He's, he's a great composer, great pianist, everybody knows it, and yet there is some tinge of suspicion because he was such a superstar. He was self-promoting genius, the first rock star of music world. And yet, also with his music, probably the analogy would be correct thing to say, the movies that gross the biggest in box office, they don't win Oscars. Sometimes, so, the biggest awards for artsy movies are given to something which might not be success with audience. But Liszt was always success with audience. He knew how to impress people. And it's quite enjoyable to play, actually.
I heard that that women used to actually faint at his concerts because he was also extremely good looking when he was younger. And I noticed on the program you have coming up some opera transcription, and maybe you'll talk about that as it comes. But I think that Liszt was very, very interested in theatrics and in opera, and even the piece that you just played to me sounded like it's telling a story. It's in very distinct sections.
Actually, he was, I would say we could call him a father of program music because he wanted to tell the stories and to be more visual. So probably if he would be living in our times, he probably would compose for Hollywood. Perfect symphonies. And actually the piece I'm going to play, Ballad number 2, it would have perfect place, in the movie. And since Liszt was a romantic, quintessential romantic composer, and one facet of romanticism would be, things tend to look in black and white. There are wonderful, noble heroes, and then there are villains. And of course, there are beautiful ladies who are really worth to fall in love with and to give one's life for them. And in Ballad number 2, Liszt, of course, he was competing with Chopin, because Chopin wrote those beautiful romantic ballads. And Liszt is, in a way, it's not as refined ballad as any of Chopin's, but yet he creates his own world. And when I'm talking about, this black and white, here you can clearly you can actually see the characters imagined. There is this brooded, romantic hero, probably with dark, long hair, just like Liszt. And there is this beautiful female, which always accompanies him. And then, terrible times come, and he gets into fight for his life, and probably to save the world with something we don't know, but something is really terrible. And as in so many action movies, they like to use the same cliche, when heroes are running against time to defuse some kind of bomb. I always think about it when I play this piece, strangely. You will hear what? So, and then the clock is ticking, sometimes they don't quite make it, and then they run for their lives, then the bomb explodes, then you see, this long, beautiful special effect. And then, the dust starts settling down, and we are left wondering, okay, they lie. And mysteriously, they always survive the explosion. And there is a point in this ballad, after this incredible struggle, he actually, and I have to make a detour and remind you one very banal thing which people say about music. The poses are more important than notes sometimes, what's not said in music. But here, he uses the pose to absolutely create this visual effect of, dust settling down after this incredible catastrophe. And then our heroes find themselves, well and alive, and there is a happy end. Very dramatic.
Great. Well, we're looking forward to it. And let me just show you.